Hey everybody, and we're back for another episode of Cool Sports Chat. This time, episode 70. And we got one person in here that's happy after a week of fantasy football, and that is David himself, who recently, he said it to beat or to be the champ, you got to beat the champ, which he did. He defeated Grayson to move on to what is, I guess, our conference championship. David, how are you feeling?
You know what? I knew it was going to happen, so I feel very confident and can't wait to be the official champ this year.
Bobby, how are you feeling after your first division game in a while? I mean, you had a
That's
pretty
okay.
good,
It was a good game.
yeah, you had a really good season. You got a victory this year in the playoffs. So
Yeah, I should have started Bo Nix, so that was my other problem.
I don't
It
think
it would
Bo
not
Nick,
have changed. It would not have changed the outcome.
yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
I forgot who it was, but one of his guys had like 50 points.
Kyle Pitt,
Yeah,
yeah,
he
Pitts from
went
Atlanta.
off like crazy.
Yeah, he I think had as many points that he had in his entire career on Sunday. So because
Which
Pitts
is
has
insane because
been
they're not even in the playoffs. They're not in anything. They're like,
no, they just whooped up on good old Tennessee, not wanting to win the title down there in the South, which apparently the Panthers didn't want to win either. They let the Saints come marching in and marching it out with a victory. Uh, Nick, 2 weeks in a row, 9 hasn't looked bad. How are you feeling now?
I was pleasantly surprised this weekend. I will say that. I mean, even though I think David and I were talking as the game was going on, and I was like, I was not expecting this.
no, I think if they could only have played like that the entire season, they'd still be in the playoff mix easily.
Oh yeah, for sure. They would have been. They would have been great.
Yeah.
But
Brendan, how's it going to the conference championship next week? Not against David. You're on the other side of the playoff tree, but how are you feeling?
And it'll be a great week to not pay attention to my fantasy, so then I'm not heartbroken when Matt smothers me.
Hey, I don't think you're like
you let him do that to
crazy
you?
far off.
I wish
I
you
think
would smother me.
10 or 12 points below him.
That's
close.
not bad. That's not bad in this league.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Um,
Matt has had some really good weeks and then some really bad weeks.
I was going to say it helps when he has, I feel like, the top 3 running backs in the league.
Yeah, that and your old tight end, Mr. Pitts, who went off.
Yeah, at least I didn't play him last week. I did like that all 4 of us winners scored, like, we were all within 4 points of each other.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it was very.
I
We're
like
very evenly matched teams. It's a really
and
good finals group,
you-
as opposed to being
yeah.
like somebody in there with like barely scraping 100.
Yeah,
Like my team, poor. No, I mean my team got 130, but still, I was happy they got 100 points because I did not think with the injuries and all the struggle. I was playing Shaheed, who I really didn't think I'd play at all this year, but he was like my second and really only healthy wide receiver to play. So, uh,
Well,
it just
Brendan, let's just agree that we're going to go against each other for the champion title next weekend. All right.
sure.
All right.
It-
I'll be there if you're there. All right. I'll meet you there.
it's only if I allow it. Okay, I got to schedule it first, David. Make sure you guys play.
Right. Please. Yes.
Scott, I know not too much for you this week, and this upcoming week you'll be back in fantasy. Trying not to end up in the dreaded last place, which I don't think you are. I think you're well above it. But big news out of Indiana this week as far as Heisman going to the Hoosiers.
Yeah, that really wasn't much of a surprise, really. But really looking at all the finalists, they're all really great in their own right, in their own abilities.
Disagree.
The thing with Mendoza though is he when the game was in
Is
need,
Brendan? Is that your dog?
Yeah, he knows that I'm about to take you
Oh.
on the picnic, and that's he's letting you know ahead of time that you're in trouble.
Gotcha.
Anyway, when the game was really on the line, think about at Oregon, at Penn State, against Iowa, took his team down the field and spread the ball around. It wasn't just to one person, and got the job done within the time that was allotted, and won the game. Obviously,
I wish someone would spread my ball around.
They're 12-0, so obviously they won all those games, and it was really because of being in the hands of Fernando Mendoza, and now he's the Heisman winner, first time ever for anybody from Indiana University.
Which we saw some hard feelings coming from the runner-up, David. What are your thoughts on that whole situation and his attitude?
Diego's a fucking bum, dude. The guy shouldn't have even been up for it. He's like the high school senior trying to play football with like the middle school varsity team. Like, he shouldn't be in college anymore. He shouldn't be eligible to play. He's had to literally go to court to make them say that he can keep playing. Like, no. And then his whole attitude being out at the club that night, holding up signs talking about how Mendoza sucks at everything. Like, dude's a fucking bum. Get rid of him. He doesn't belong on any team. I pity anybody who takes him in the draft. Dude's a loser. And on top of that,
you heard it here first, folks.
That's right. You heard it here. Dump Diego.
Diego ain't shit.
More
right.
red flags than Johnny Manziel. Which, might be
Like,
saying
yeah,
something.
honestly, you're going to end up with a situation far worse than what happened with Shador if you take this kid.
Which, speaking of Shooter, obviously, we've talked about him a lot. He right now is, I think he's one quarterback higher or a couple quarterbacks higher than Bo Nix for Pro Bowl voting, which is wild to me. But the whole situation.
Pro Bowl is a popularity contest, though.
So is the Pro Bowl, right? It's
That's what I'm saying. Pro Bowl is a popularity contest.
Yeah,
so,
I thought you said football, and I was like, yeah, I mean.
Oh no! Football, you got to actually like have some skill. I think people feel bad for him.
Yeah, I feel bad because it's the second time this year he has had a game where had he just spiked it every down, would have had a higher rating. But not without controversy, because apparently they gave him the wrong wristband for plays when he went in. So they'd call a play and he was calling the wrong play. And I don't know when they fix this, but I feel like the whole organization of the Browns, like coaching staff, just get rid of them all. Like at
he
this
needs
point.
he needs to go somewhere else too. Clearly they don't.
Good.
Yeah, they clearly don't respect him there. Like, I don't think he's as talented as he thinks he is, or at least that he thought he was. But I think he's kind of one of those diamond in the roughs. I think in a couple of years he could be very good. He could be, a decent quarterback. But it's not going to happen if he doesn't have a coaching staff behind him that's committed to making it work. So he needs to go somewhere that they can build around him. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him maybe over at the Jets or something like that, one of those teams that's really starting over. He'd be a great candidate for something like that, I think.
Well, David, we have someone here that wants to say some words to you. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Words, David. Words.
I hear them. Thank you. I appreciate it.
That's all I have to say. That's why I showed up. That's pretty much it.
He just goes.
And with that.
Yeah, Mom.
Oh, he actually did just leave. I'll bring him back if he comes. I'm sure he'll come back. All right, there he is. Grayson, as our boots on the ground insider for the Cleveland Browns, what are your thoughts with the organization, the coaching staff, them giving Mr. Sanders the wrong wristband for plays? Like, what can we do? Get rid of everybody?
I haven't been on here for weeks, and this is the question you lead with.
Okay, well, so I don't know if you heard what I just said about him. I was saying that I think he's actually a pretty talented guy. Like, I don't think he's as good as he thought he was, like, going into the draft, but I think he's proven he could be a good quarterback in the league. He just has to have a coaching staff that's actually behind him and willing to grow him and make it work.
I mean, in all honesty, I agree. I think he's not the worst quarterback. We've had worse, but he has a lot of potential, and he just needs to have actual people behind him. It's just Cleveland is just such a toxic team that anybody that goes there at this point, it's just they lose 5 years of their career and then they go on somewhere else and they're actually way better. And that's just the way it is. Like, look at literally all the linemen they lost, all the receivers, Baker Mayfield, all that. It's just Cleveland's just a pit. It wastes talent. They don't know what they're doing. They refuse to actually do anything with any of their actual, talent in any way, shape, or form.
No, Grayson, you weren't on here when we were talking about it, but how were you feeling when they announced, and obviously now they've come out and said Sanders is starting the rest of the year, but how were you feeling when they announced they were practicing Mr. Watson again? Were you afraid that he was going to start? I know I was hanging out with some people from Ohio, and they were like, it's just bound to happen.
I knew it was never going to happen. They don't want him touching the field. But as a Cleveland fan, you can't ever really say nothing that horrible is not going to happen, because it always does. It doesn't matter where, it doesn't matter when. Cleveland will find a way to make you hate being a Cleveland fan, no matter how much you want to be a Cleveland fan. It literally, like, it's got to be like it's like the thing in South Park with the Flaps where they just go, "Ooh, another losing season. We're sorry." Oh, it's so bad, dude. Like, I think it's there's a reason why I stopped watching these games, and my personality and my blood pressure has been way better since not watching Cleveland.
Hey, if there's a week to watch, it should maybe be this week, because Myles Garrett, 1 sack away from the record. So
we'll see what happens, but it's going to be a very long day in Cleveland with Buffalo just taking them to work.
I forgot it was Buffalo upcoming. But hey, if you could get a sack on Josh Allen for the record, that would be a fun little story, right?
Look, if I'm not going to say it here, but just with recent announcements, should have been me. And if Myles can take some revenge, hey, it is what it is.
I just got what you were saying. Brendan, how are you feeling? I know you guys can't play the Raiders every week, but the Raiders game making you feel a little bit better about the Eagles?
No, because it was the Raiders, and that just means that we did our job correctly.
I mean,
Yeah, it means they managed to find enough guys to fill uniforms to be on the field.
I guess yes, just because if we didn't score 30 on the Raiders, I was going to be scared and be worried about the team. But since we didn't and we handled our job, then no.
God, could you imagine if it would have been like 7-0?
If it was 3-0,
the Broncos took them to 10-7, so anything's possible.
Yeah.
David, on that note, Cowboys had kind of a rough game, but I think overall, as far as offense, you guys are gelling pretty well. Definitely got to get.
Honestly, I hate to say it, but it's actually probably for the better that they're not going to be in the playoffs. It would have been one and done, I think. Looking at who else is going to be there and such, even if they would have managed to squeak in somehow, it would not have been a good story for them. So hopefully they take this as a big sign. They definitely need to fix that defense. I do think if we can keep most of this offense going into the next season, especially maybe tweak the O-line just a little bit, I think they'll be doing really well. We've got the pieces there. Just don't let anybody leave. Maybe pick up 1 or 2 to help it out. But besides that, this offseason, this draft, defense needs to be the name of what they're looking at all the way. If they can get that up even to mediocre to good, somewhere in that range, I think they'll have a much better shot of everything next season.
Mr. Matt, how are you
What's
feeling?
up, boys? How we doing?
Doing good. Are you feeling better about Mr. 9 right now?
Yeah, Like I said, he's 22 years old. I'm gonna give the kid some time and some grace. I know you can't really compare the same, but Aaron Rodgers technically sat on the bench for 5 years before he even started. So, a kid coming brand new into it, the youngest quarterback, he's got some time. I mean, he shows some signs of something being there, just like everyone else has. So, I'll give him another year.
Hey, Matt, I just gotta say, Brendan was in here talking some mad shit about you a few minutes ago about how badly he's gonna kick your ass in the game this weekend.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Brendan was like,
You
"Fuck
know
that
it.
old man. He's going down." He said he's gonna make you wear a diaper and wipe it and like it. I don't even know what that means.
so I'm gonna wear the diaper and he's gonna wipe it and he's gonna like it.
I guess. I all I know is he said you better be ready to lose.
I mean, he is a Golden Knights fan too, to be on top of an Eagles fan. So I guess they like stuff like that. I mean, I've seen videos of them eating horse poop and stuff. So
That's a weird video for you to be watching.
Yeah, that's
I just
I don't want
look
to kink
at
shame, but that's weird.
I looked at the top stupid moments of 2025, and that's what popped up. Some Eagles fan eating horse crap.
At the Super Bowl, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, he said you better have enjoyed your winning streak because it ends with him.
Hey, I'm just glad Keegan set up the playoff picture the way it is with me and Brendan going at it. Keegan set
Dude,
up
I
for him
agree.
and Bob to
Keegan-
play each other.
Yep, Keegan really gave us some very nice cushion games this year. I appreciate it, Keegan. Thank you.
Bob ready to take on Keegan now?
Yeah.
I see Mega Claus in the background, dude.
Mhm.
MAGA Claus, he's ready.
MAGA Claus. That's right.
Yep.
Whatever happened to that cardboard cutout of who was it, Archie Manning that you had?
That's gone. It's been gone for a while.
Yeah.
Where
That's
did it
too
go?
bad. Did it go to the trash, Bobby?
Could have
Yeah.
put the MAGA hat
Broke.
on him too.
It broke? How did it break? Did someone steal it?
What did you violently punch it or something one time?
Oh,
Did you cuddle it too hard?
it's getting bad.
I'm a
Damn.
little concerned now about what he did with that cutout.
Scott, how did you feel about Mr. 44-year-old Rivers coming off not playing for 5 years, just becoming a grandpa and throwing a touchdown on, I think, his first drive?
I think it was the second one, but yeah, you could tell that he was really rusty. And yeah, you can tell that, boy, he's got a 44-year-old arm. That's for sure. Not going to be doing too much, really down the field and things like that. Won't be racking up the yardage with that arm. But
I don't know. I think he's still got it.
there were a few passes there, I thought, especially toward the end of the game and on their last drive, that he had some zip on that ball. The passes in the first half were just.
I think it's just shaking the rust off. He just got to get used to it again.
He had to get used to it.
If they got to go in the playoffs with him, there are worse places, worse people you could have leading.
I agree. They could have Shedeur Sanders.
Oh, shots fired.
So anyway,
Speaking of shots fired, real quick. Not to
Leave the
interrupt you,
kids out of
Scotty.
this, Scott. God.
Scotty, not trying to interrupt you, but I just want to say I can confirm what David said, that Brendan said. Like, he was talking mad shit.
I'll let my team speak for itself.
Bunch of telling tales out of school. Jesus.
I know my team put up 190 points in the bye week, so I'm feeling pretty confident that I'm okay.
Matt, another big thing, I guess, sort of sporting-wise, John Cena's final match. Do you watch it?
That was crap.
Yeah, unfortunately, I caught a few glimpses of it here and there. We had it on at the club, but I was bartending pretty big event that night too. It's sad to see him go. I mean, truly a guy that's been around forever. It was rough.
I can't
I
believe
shed
they
a few
wouldn't let him
tears,
go out
but I
with a
mean,
win.
we move on now. We're ready for whatever comes its way.
Don't shed
Right.
any tears. He's crying all the way to the bank. Dude's leaving wrestling because he has a real career now.
I know he's the next up and coming rock in the movie star. Don't be surprised if he gets into the Fast and the Furious 47 through Fast and Furious 78.
Also, let's not act like it's actually the last time we're going to see him in a wrestling ring.
Oh no, he'll sign on as like a coach or a spokesperson, whatever, kind of like what
Oh
Biggie's
no,
doing right now.
we'll see him do another match, just like how The Rock came back. Like it'll be like 5 years from now, and they'll be like, "Let's get him to do it." They'll pay him like $2 million for one match.
Can pull an edge, be a surprise entrance in the Royal Rumble.
Exactly. Yeah, they'll do some kind of redemption since he lost the last match. Technically, they'll let him go out on a win.
I hear some grunting coming from Bob's side of it. Do you have a disagreement there, Bob? Do you have something else for John Cena?
It kind of sucks what WWE did to him, though, to make him lose.
Hey,
They were
now they're
going
gonna,
Triple H pretty bad, though.
yeah, now they're gonna make Brock Lesnar lose to Gunther. So
Think
just
so?
prepare for that. Yeah, that's the
Hey,
plan.
Bob, what they did to Cena, that's basically what Keegan did to your team in fantasy this year.
But I guess Cena was smiling, though. At the end, you can kind of tell when he was in the club, he was kind of smiling.
Well, that's because he knew, just like he always says, that the time is now. He
Yep.
knew the time was now.
Yep.
I think more he's smiling because he's like, "Yup, just made another million."
I mean, yep.
You think it was only $1 million? You sure it wasn't like 10 million?
Oh no, I'm talking about for that literal like 5 seconds where he was being choked out.
Oh, yeah. That 5 seconds, yeah.
Brennan, any thoughts on the John Cena front?
Yeah, I thought it was crap. I was
All
like,
right.
really? That's how he's going out? Like I thought it was stupid.
I mean, that kind
I
of.
mean, everyone was saying the whole week leading up, though, he was going to tap out. He was going to lose. I mean, we all kind of sensed it. But, I mean, I don't think we all really thought it was going to happen, but you sensed it, just like the masked man being Austin Theory.
Yeah.
I kind of knew that he was going to lose just because of the way that WWE sends people off. Like even when they their contracts are up and they leave the company, like they always lose that last match. They always lose their retiring match. Like I kind of understood that. I just didn't. I don't know. I watched the highlights of how it ended, and I was like, that seems.
Yeah, I don't think Triple H should have been the first guy to come out and congratulate him on retiring either, though.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to talking about an actual sport.
All right, so this
how
week
about
in soccer, no, but
I mean,
this
that's at least a real game.
right. Well, this upcoming week we do have college football. I know some of us aren't very thrilled about the playoffs, but a couple days, from it, is there any games that you guys are looking a little bit more forward to than previously? No. Nothing.
Yeah, we've literally already talked about this slate of games.
Yeah, can you pull up the blueprint so I could see the thing that you had last time?
Yeah. Let me get it for you.
I know there's a couple that I was looking forward to, but I'm not remembering off the top of my head.
I think the most competitive one is probably just going to be the Alabama-Oklahoma game.
Mm-hmm.
Because Oregon's going to be a bloodbath. The Ole Miss game's going to be a bloodbath. And I guess Miami A&M might be a good game.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Notre Dame game. Oh, wait, that's right. They got screwed out of it.
Well, yeah, but then they were little bitches about it, too. Like, well, we're not going to play any bowl games either. Maybe if they joined an actual conference.
Yeah, but look at how many other teams have followed suit. I think there's now 14 teams that have backed out of a bowl game now.
Exactly. I think if they back out of bowl games, they shouldn't be eligible for playoffs the next season.
Well, then why would you extend the playoff picture to like 30 teams next season if you're going to cut out 12 of them?
They can do that. That's fine. But I just think that it's throwing a hissy fit by being like, well, we're not going to play a bowl game then.
No, I mean, it's lost revenue for them. Don't they get paid to go to these? So, I mean, that's only going to hurt them financially.
Well, if they don't have decent teams playing, though, nobody's going to watch it either. So everybody loses revenue.
Yeah, no, that's true. Maybe the Colorado Buffs and Rams will get in a bowl game because everyone else is backing out.
Right.
Well, also Joe Clant brought up the point is by dropping out of any bowl game, well, they're losing a whole lot of practice time that they could be building up, especially for the younger kids who were riding the bench all season. Well, now they get some extra practice times that they won't be having now at all. So they're really hurting themselves in the long run just by by team development.
Well, and also speaking of college, there was a coach arrested, I think, since the last time we did one of these. David, what happened in that situation?
I don't know. Some coach, he was banging a hot assistant girl that worked on the team, and they've been having an affair for a while. She, I guess, felt bad about it, came out about the affair. The dude lost his mind. They fired him. And then his wife, they were like having a fight, and he pulled out a knife, threatened to kill himself, ran out of the house, went over to one of the coach's houses, broke in, and held the knife to that guy's throat. And was like, I'm going to kill you and then me. Like, the whole thing went wild.
Yeah, I think it was Michigan. It's a wild scenario. We've been having a lot of these weird things popping up, and just wonder. Like I know me and David kind of talked about it, but you have like a whole actual good career set out for you, and you just throw it all away. I don't get
I mean,
it.
to be fair, I did see her. She's pretty cute.
But is she worth going to jail for?
Is she worth destroying your own marriage over?
I haven't seen his wife, so I can't tell you that one.
I haven't seen his wife.
That one might be a yes. The jail
David,
one,
The true answers we all need.
but as
luckily
far
for
as
you,
throwing away the wife, maybe.
hey, luckily for you, we
Maybe.
have a special guest this week, David. We have his wife. Hold on.
I would love that so much.
That'd be so random, just like a random show. Well, outside of obviously the small games we've talked about, Scott, any thing that surprised you this week in the NFL?
Well, actually, the Colts Seahawks game, that really came down to 2 drives for very long field goals, all within a 1-minute period of time for both teams. And that ended up actually being a pretty exciting finish, even though the Colts came on the short end of the kick on that one. It was still a pretty nice little finish for that game.
Real quick, gentlemen, I do have just the news update. David can confirm.
You'd throw away the wife?
Can confirm.
Yeah. I thought so. Because
Deplorable.
nothing against him, but he ain't looking like much of a prize either. So the fact that he got the girl that did, because she's very cute.
I mean, his wife's not bad looking, but yeah, there's a reason why he stepped out. I'm just gonna say that much.
Now, if it was just that, like just a home wrecking thing, hey, whatever. That's between them. The fact that he went crazy, was going to kill himself, broke into somebody else's house, that's the part that I'm like, whoa.
Doing too much. Absolutely doing too much.
I have also heard there was apparently some things like she may have like gotten pregnant at some point, and he was like trying to force her to have an abortion, or she did. Like I don't know. There's a lot of drama on it.
Tale as old as time.
Yeah, but like you said, Keegan, like I don't get being basically set for life, because they're getting paid millions of dollars to coach these teams, and then just being like, I think I'm just gonna go crazy instead.
Yeah, I just don't get it. We see it a lot with athletes, and more recently coaches. I don't get it. At least with
Now,
athletes.
I do have to throw in, I am not an advocate of cheating, so he should have done the right thing and dumped her ass and divorced her, and then gotten with the cute assistant. Okay, at least do it the right way. It's still kind of scummy, but at least get rid of the other situation before starting the new one.
Right.
See, I can support scum with morals.
There you go.
His wife's not bad looking. His wife's cute.
But is she cuter than the other girl? That's the question.
See, this is what people tune in for. The riveting comparison chat.
You know what? I haven't seen the wife. Let me pull her up. What's her name?
I have no
I
idea.
just googled his name and wife. Sharon Moore wife.
So
I definitely don't think no.
Definitely don't think
Matt.
no what.
I don't think that she's cuter than his wife.
Whoa, you think the wife's
Are you
cuter?
serious here, bud?
I think the wife's prettier.
I think you're just trying to take the moral high ground here, Nick, and you're just trying to be like, no,
It's not that. I don't find young 20-something-year-old girls attractive anymore. I'm in my 30s now. It just looks
Are
weird.
you
to me.
are you coming out? Are you
liar.
coming out on this channel? Are you coming out to us
Oh.
right now, buddy?
Fuck the both of you.
I mean, if that's what you want to
Nick,
do, I'm
look, you're the one
I'm
that said it,
flattered.
not us. All right, buddy.
All right, let's see.
Hot takes from Nick tonight. Good God.
Let's see. There's got to be okay. So Sharon Moore, what?
Well, David's doing that.
Oh.
Matt, anything from the NFL week that surprised you?
Oh,
Matt's gone quiet. We're gonna have to pull him.
he's looking at the pictures too, man.
Yeah, I heard him talking about it. I'm like, I gotta go check this out real quick.
I've only
Just
seen
for the
one
day.
picture so far where she looks attractive.
She's got a big ass forehead.
Yeah, no, like the hairstyle's not doing any favors. She kind of looks like that guy in Scary Movie 2 with like the messed up hand. And he's
Oh
got
my
like
god.
the long hair coming down.
Oh my god.
That's kind of what I'm.
All right, man, hold on.
Deplorable.
She's
All
getting,
right.
she got cheated on. Give her a
Horrible.
break.
All right. Well, let's get back to the NFL.
Wow, did you know that girl is apparently still part of the staff at Michigan?
I thought I saw something that she said she got fired.
No, she's apparently still there. It looks like.
Brendan,
It could be wrong, but what I'm reading.
how's the Kansas City area handling not only the Chiefs being eliminated, but Mahomes' ACL tear?
They're devastated. Bars had record nights, and yeah,
The Bronco fans aren't sad. Let me bring in our resident Bronco fan. Bobby, how are you feeling about the Chiefs being eliminated?
I think it's time for a new dynasty.
The Patriots?
It'd be us.
Oh, the Broncos. Hey, if the Broncos keep playing offense like they did this past game, they will do good. This is the first game that they actually kind of looked like a complete team. So I definitely got to give them credit on that. But I think that was the biggest thing going into the playoffs was they were the number one punting team, which is not good. Where did Scott go? Scott drops. But they were the number one punting team heading into the playoffs. So it's good to see they had some offense. How are you feeling though with the Chargers still hot on your heels, getting rid of the Chiefs?
I think we're okay as long as we keep on our path. Keep winning. We win the division this week. You know, if we win this week, we win the division.
I mean, don't the Chargers have to lose though too?
No. If we win, scenarios. If we win a division.
Let me see. Let me see if I can get.
Okay. I need you to bring Nicholas back on the screen right now. We have an update. We've got to address.
I don't want this. I don't want this. I
You
don't
shouldn't have said
care.
what you
So-
said then, Nick.
Nick,
Oh my god.
I understand your
What's called
viewpoint of what you were
consequences for your
saying.
actions, Nick.
Hold on.
Grayson, I will fight you.
Do
Hold
it.
on. I got to know if this changes your opinion, Nick. Are you ready? I
Uh-huh.
get where you're coming from, like your age. Like, okay, the girl that he cheated on, that you were saying, oh no, she is 32 years old.
She looks like she's 12.
What 12-year-olds have
What
you been?
are you?
What?
No, sorry.
Are you
I don't. It does not change my mind.
If I
Nick,
saw her on the
I
street,
swear to
I would
God,
say like
I-
25, 26. So the fact that she's 32 and looking that good, like, hands down, I'm sorry. It's
I'm about to
much
fight
better
you on
than
principle, Nick. Like I swear to God.
you know what? I take back what I said about the Scary Movie guy. It's not that. She looks more like Jared Leto when he has the long hair going down.
Oh,
That's what his
Oh
wife
my
looks
god.
like. It's
I
like the
don't
Jared
want
Leto
to. I
look.
don't want this.
That's like-
I don't even want to be a part of this anymore.
David, that's like just somehow better yet also so much worse.
But do you know what I'm saying with like the whole forehead, like the that's what her
Yeah,
hair
you should
looks
turn
like.
a movie on
I
that
don't.
sucker.
I don't want to be. I don't want to be part of the neck beards that are in the room right now.
Very good way to come back with a great argument there, Nick. Name calling.
And how do you say that when Grayson literally has no facial hair right now? That doesn't even make sense.
Baby smooth, Nick. Baby smooth.
Like a baby's bare ass.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. She's definitely way more attractive. Again, that does not justify that it's good to cheat on your wife. And apparently they have 3 kids together, so that's even worse.
Yikes.
See, Nick, this is why you're not going to become head coach of UNC.
I don't even know if I want to help participate in that event anymore.
It has nothing to do with the fact that I'm wildly unqualified.
This is why they don't want you to come home.
It's because I'm shunning a man for cheating on his wife.
All right, so Bobby, I did some quick fact checking.
Keegan, you haven't picked one yet. Did you look at these women?
No,
Keegan,
not
Keegan
yet.
keep going on the NFL agenda here.
We're like 40 minutes in, and we've only talked about this one topic.
You're the one that wanted to bring up all this other stuff. All right, sorry that we jumped on it.
Yeah. I'm with
Or do we
David.
want to find out? Or do we want to find out more
They're
about?
literally just yes-anding you.
Yeah. Do we want to keep finding out what Scott found surprising about the week?
But Bobby, to clinch it, you guys have to win, and New England has to lose, the Chargers have to lose, and Buffalo has to lose. So it's
We're
not
talking about Denver.
yes. It is not just a win and in scenario. Or
If the
you
Chargers-
guys are in the
Chargers
playoffs.
lose. If the Chargers lose, then we win. Then we win the division, right?
Yeah, you guys would have to win it. Or if they tie and you win. So Buffalo Bills can clinch playoff berth with a win, Indy loss or tie. Buffalo win, Houston loss or tie, or they tie. New England can clinch a playoff berth with a win, or an Indy loss, or a Houston loss. Jacksonville will clinch playoff berth with Indy loss, Houston loss. So, I mean, we got a couple of playoff scenarios upcoming. Let's go. I would say let's just get into picking this week, unless any of you guys have something you guys want to talk about from the past weekend of NFL games.
You know I
well-
do, Keegan, and you are blocking my screen share.
Keegan, you know what we want to talk about.
No.
You can rule that we can't by somebody who
I think
just
she's good looking. That's what I think.
Which one, Bob? Which one?
His girlfriend.
Bobby
The girlfriend versus the wife,
one.
right?
Girlfriend. The
has,
blonde.
Bobby,
Keegan, look at this picture. Okay, I know you can at least see it.
Seriously.
Don't tell me. Look,
Ah,
and that is her in the green beanie. That is not a man.
she's good looking.
I-
Hey, Shriver.
you'll have to send it to me on my messenger because it won't, or put it in private chat. But I guess one thing we didn't talk about was injuries this past week, and there was quite a bit.
Everybody.
Besides Mahomes, there's quite a bit. Devontae Adams got hurt. Puka got hurt, but he did eventually come back in. Bobby's trying to show a picture on the screen.
Look, she is cute.
Yeah.
Now, did you see his wife, Bobby?
No.
Go look at his wife and tell me which one you like more.
Okay.
But yes, Keegan, a lot of people, and as a matter of fact, a lot of ACLs.
Mhm.
Big time ACLs. And I can't believe you didn't mention Micah Parsons. That was one of the biggest injuries.
Yeah, I was trying to get to it, but my mind went blank. Did
You
you
went
see?
to Puka before?
Yeah, she looks like a 12-year-old.
Wait, no.
What are we
not
talking
the-
about here, Bob?
He's saying the wife looks like a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe if it's a 12-year-old with like that Benjamin Button disease.
Yeah, she did. She looked, yeah. She looks like a kid.
It's the
Micah
fourth.
got hurt, and did you see what announcer was it? There was an announcer that blamed Bo Nix for Micah's injury.
I admire the way you try to just keep chugging along, Keegan.
Yeah, this is already off the rails, buddy. But gentlemen, real quick, I got to drop off. But it was good seeing y'all. My picks are in the chat, but I will see you guys next time.
Later, man. Have a good night.
See ya.
You see that, Nick? You chased Grayson off.
I don't give a fuck right now. This is disgusting. This is so bad. We're here to talk. We're here to talk football. We're not here to.
Hey, Keegan's the one that keeps bringing up other subjects.
It was sports related, but it didn't have to go that way. It was just the
Yeah.
dude got arrested.
And we were
Oh.
talking about, was it justified? And I think we agreed it was not, because it's not worth going to jail for. Like, dude's life is over.
Okay, so here's the quote that Ryan Clark said about Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons is hurt because of Bo Nix. And I'm not saying that it's one of those things that Bo Nix's fault, but the violence in which Micah Parsons had to chase Bo Nix the entire second half was extremely evident. So Micah is now hurt because of
So Micah is hurt because he had to do his job.
he had to do his job and chase around Bo Nix, apparently.
He had to try to take out the quarterback.
Yeah. But that was a pretty bad injury. When they slowed it slow motion,
Yeah.
you could see his knee just go, and you knew, like, there was a pop on the back and his knee wobbled. It was bad.
I heard Jerry knew this was going to happen.
Yeah, there's a lot of memes of Jerry being like that fake hat or that fake sad where he's like smiling. He's like, But Jerry's got to pay Pickens now, because Pickens, I think, is third in the NFL right now in receiving, and I think Cowboys are doing really well because of him. But David, I also think a backup running back would be good. I like Williams. I like what he's doing, but I think it was pretty evident in the game this past week that
You don't like Malik Davis?
no, or their fullback that they kept trying to do a play action off of, and no one was like watching it. And
I mean, if it was up to me, I think the answer is obvious. We make a deal to bring back Zeke for next season, and we'll be good to go.
just bring in Cam Scadaboo. The Giants seem
Where-
open to get rid of.
Dude, I would be so happy. There's no way they would do it. They wouldn't.
Where
they
is Zeke? I thought he was back on the Cowboys.
Bro,
No,
no, Zeke's done.
He's not in the league. Yeah,
Oh,
last year he was on.
Last I heard, he's about to be hired as the new coach of Michigan.
Also, Jackson Dart, fifth concussion. So 50% of the games he's played in, he's gotten concussions.
Yeah,
So,
at this point, I would pull the same thing as Jaden Daniels with the Commanders. I wouldn't let Jackson play the rest of the year. They need to just sit him.
yeah.
Give
Well,
him
and
a-
I think very smart of the Commanders for once not to play Daniels the rest of the year. They should have already. He shouldn't have been back in the game he got re-hurt in, but
honestly, as soon as my team became ineligible after mathematically we're eliminated, I wouldn't play any starters.
mm-mm. And I know you don't want to look like you're tanking, but you're really not. You're trying to preserve your team for next year. Because like,
Yeah,
what if
honestly, anytime you win is just going to hurt you.
and what if your star quarterback gets like a broken leg and he's out all of next year too? Like that doesn't
Because
make-
you had to win that meaningless game.
Mhm.
Or what if you don't even win it? You still lose.
Right. Well, and I'm almost to that point with should the Bengals just not play Joe Burrow? Like he's already talking about
I'm more
retirement.
at the
Like
point of, do you think he's going to leave?
he's sounding like Andrew Luck right now, which is not a.
I think he just doesn't want to be on that team. I don't think he's going to give up football.
There is talk now. JJ's been playing better, but there's been talk. Joe Burrow to the Vikings.
that would make the Vikings dangerous.
It would be interesting, I think.
Yeah, because I mean, if you could get Jamar there, because I don't think Jamar's having a lot of fun in Cincy. It's a bad look in Cincinnati. They're not even clearing the seats of snow for their fans. They came into full seats of snow, which apparently is a violation of the NFL, so they're going to get fined as well. But just a terrible organization. I don't know how they are still where they are. It just boggles my mind. I'm trying to look at some of the other games that none of them look too crazy as far as what happened. So let's get to this upcoming week's worth of picks. We're starting Thursday night, LA Rams, Seattle Seahawks. David, who do you think's winning?
I think the Rams got it.
Rams.
And Grayson also thinks the Rams.
Okay. Brendan.
I'm gonna go Seattle. Stick by my receiver.
Hey, Jackson Smith Jigba is like 400 yards from the record, so he might get it. Bobby, who do you got?
If he got 400
Rams.
yards this game,
I think they have 3 more games left. Nick,
For who?
Seattle, LA Rams.
Seattle.
Okay. Scott?
I think without Adams, I mean he may play, but not very likely. And Puka going down. I'm actually going to go with Seahawks. They got more healthy players.
Yeah, and I'm going to stick with the Seahawks with this one. They had a pretty good game that first matchup in LA, and being at home, you would think they should be able to pull it off. Their defense has been playing top notch, and we'll see how Philip Rivers looks when he doesn't play the Seahawks, because I think he actually had a pretty decent game for not playing 5 years, but we'll see. I definitely give this one to Seattle. Next matchup, Brendan, Philly, Washington. If you guys win, you clinch the division. Is that what happens? So do you clinch it, or is it another week?
I think we do.
All right, David.
So Philadelphia wins unless Brendan wins his fantasy game. They can't both win. So it's going to be up to Brendan to pick. Does he want to win or does he want the Eagles to win?
Eagles will win.
Okay, there you go. So Brendan's going to lose to Matt, but the Eagles are going to beat Washington. Grayson also picks Philadelphia.
All right, Bobby.
Who is it?
Philly, Washington.
I think the Eagles got.
All right, Nick.
I don't know if Philly has this one. They can't, I get again. They seem to not be able to finish a game sometimes this season. I think I'm gonna
Now,
pick
Nick,
Washington.
before you pick, remember Washington also just announced they're sitting their starting quarterback the rest of the season. If that changes your mind at all.
I'm still gonna pick Washington.
Okay.
All right, Scott.
I'm going to go Philly. Going to go Philly with this.
Yeah, I'm also going Philly. I know Mariota actually had a pretty decent game last week, but it was also against the Giants, so I think Philadelphia's defense is quite a bit better. Next matchup, maybe for the division, Green Bay, Chicago. Still a lot of division football games left in that one, but it's going to be an important one. David, who do you got?
I'm going to go with Green Bay just because I feel like Caleb Williams is a little bitch and isn't anywhere near as good as Jaden Daniels. So, absolutely. I'm just trying to make Keegan mad. No, honestly, I think Chicago's going to have it, especially with Micah and such going down for Green Bay. He was kind of the linchpin of their defense now. So I think they're going to be trying to, they can shore that up, but I don't know if it's going to be the very next game yet. And Chicago desperately wants this top seeding that they can get. It's been so long since they've been even decent that they really want this. So I think Chicago is going to come out full force, and I think it's going to overwhelm Green Bay. So I pick Chicago. Grayson picks Green Bay.
And not to mention just Micah being out, but Tucker Kraft, their starting tight end, is out, and Christian Watson, their top wide receiver, is also out for Green Bay.
Yeah,
so.
and Love was getting a little turnover happy there in that last game, and they are not as good as the Bears. So,
yeah, the Bears are the number one turnover defense, like forcing turnovers. So if he starts, and it really changed once Watson got hurt. It's amazing, like how much that offense flows through him in that Denver game. Like once he was out, like the Packers couldn't do anything. It was crazy. Brendan, who do you got?
The Bears.
The Bears. Bobby.
Chicago.
Okay. Nick.
I think Chicago has this game. I really want to see them come out on top.
Scott.
Yeah, it's going to be the Bears, especially at home.
Yeah, give me
honestly,
the Bears.
I wouldn't mind not seeing Green Bay win any games the rest of the season.
I mean, it's possible.
Yeah, I'm kind of sick of Green Bay. Not nearly as much as like the Kansas City Chiefs, but I just don't like Green Bay that much.
Yeah, Green Bay has kind of been the Cowboys' kryptonite in the playoffs as of late. So
No,
I
the
get-
Cowboys' kryptonite in the playoffs is the fucking Cowboys themselves. So
I thought you were going to say Jerry Jones.
that's part of it. But the Cowboys shoot themselves in the foot.
Well-
They literally always have, like, every season. The Cowboys are probably in that top like contenders of talent wise in almost every aspects of it. Like, this is the first year that we've had a major like, oh no, the defense is garbage and isn't there at all. They usually have a very good team. They just don't do it. They just can't put it together. So I think a lot of the Cowboys' problems come more from the Cowboys losing games as opposed to their opponents winning games. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get that. Next matchup, Cleveland, Buffalo.
So with this one, David, who do you pick, and does Garrett get the record this game?
I don't think he gets it this game, and I think Buffalo handily wins it. Does he only need one to get it, or does he tie it with one?
I think he's only a half sack back. So with
Okay,
one,
so
he would get
he
it.
would take it by a half sack.
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible, but I think the O-line's pretty good with Buffalo, and it's not great with. It's tough, especially they're playing at Cleveland. You know what? I think he gets it. I think they'll give it to him. I think playing at home, this is their probably best last chance to get it this year. And then I think if he gets it now, he's not going to play the rest of the season.
Yeah.
I could see them benching him. But either way, I think Buffalo very much so wins the game, and Grayson thinks so as well.
All right, Brendan.
I think Buffalo will win, and I also think that he'll get it this game.
All right, Bobby.
Buffalo.
Do you think he gets the record?
Josh Allen, I think he will.
No, Myles Garrett.
Jared, yeah, I think he will. He's a good running back, you know.
I disagree. I think Josh Allen's going to take the sack record.
He's not a running back.
What is he, a receiver?
Bob, are you paying attention when Keegan
Yeah, I
speaks
am.
at all?
All right, Nick. What about you?
Fuck, man.
Sorry, dude.
Oh, sorry. No, I think Buffalo wins this easily. As much as I love Cleveland cannot get above double digits to save them lives this season. So I think Buffalo gets it. I don't think he breaks the record this game. I think it'll be next.
Who do they play next?
Let's see.
If you don't know, I don't care anymore.
Play. If you don't know, I don't care anymore.
They play Pittsburgh at home.
Like I didn't want anybody to take the time to look it up.
They play Steelers in Cleveland. If you don't know, I don't care anymore. so nonchalant with that. That was awesome.
Scott, what about you?
Is Scott having some technical difficulties again?
I don't know. It looked like he was about to answer, and then he just stopped.
Scott, can you hear us?
Oh,
It's gonna be a no.
That's the answer there. So for me, I'm going to take Buffalo, and I also think Garrett gets the record. I think it'll be one of the highlights for the Browns, obviously, this year. And where is better to do it than in Cleveland, in front of the
here's a
dog
better
pound.
question. Do you think he ends up on another team next year?
I think it's possible.
I think so too. I think he's really good trade bait, and I think some people might make a really good offer that Cleveland and he are both very pleased with.
Yeah, I think
I'd love to have him come over to the Cowboys.
Oh yeah, there's quite a bit of teams I think would greatly improve with his help. You know,
Didn't he
yeah,
just do a 4-year deal, and that cap hit's going to be ridiculous?
That's why you need a stupid owner who doesn't care about money. So Jerry Jones is perfect.
Okay.
Or the Jets, because the Jets are dumb.
See, I don't like. I feel like the Jets with all the capital they've gathered up like for the draft and everything. The Jets are either going to be amazing in the next couple of years or they're going to be awful. Like there's not going to be an in between. They're either going to do amazing, really good build or just terrible choices. And it's interesting because this draft class isn't really that strong coming in this next year.
Yeah, the quarterback class seemed like it was going to be, but then I think quite a bit of those quarterbacks were now staying next year.
I mean,
So-
I guess Mendoza is going to be the hot commodity because I believe he is a senior, right? I believe he's going into the draft.
Oh,
Well, and if you win the Heisman, you would think you'd go to the draft.
That's the year to do it. Absolutely, that's when you're going to get the most. So he'll probably go number one. I mean, actually, it depends on who gets it because I think the Giants have it right now, or at least they did, and
Yeah.
they don't need a quarterback.
No, and I think week 17 we get the Tank Bowl of the Giants and the Raiders. So it could be whoever loses that. gets the number one pick.
Raiders, I could see taking Mendoza. They could use a quarterback. I think the Giants are going to stick with Jackson. I think they're fine.
I would stick with him. I guess you're going to get a new coach and stuff, and we've seen.
I don't
weirder
see them.
things
I don't see
happen.
them getting rid of Jackson because when they had everybody there healthy, they were playing well.
Yeah,
It's just the injuries have screwed them over so badly. But once they have Neighbors back, Scatterboo, when everything's gelling, I think they've got a really good pick with Jackson. I think he's going to do fantastic. So if they keep the number one, I could see them trading it away because I don't think there's anybody that they like need that first pick, you know?
But they still play at MetLife, and all the players are going to get hurt again next year because that turf sucks.
Yeah, unless they change it next year, because I know they have to change it now, but they have until 2028. So who knows when they decide to get it done.
well, yeah, and the last game with it, the whole stadium is probably going to collapse. So
Not only that, but that's also the Jets.
mhm.
They play there too. That's going to be their problem just as much. So do you really want to get all these great new, early draft players and then sacrifice them on the field?
Right, they just know. Next game up, David, is your game. Cowboys, Chargers. How are you feeling with this matchup? Do the Cowboys get it done? Like, do you want them to get it done at this point? Like,
You know what? I think they do get it done, but I think it'll also be affected pretty heavily by what happens with the Eagles the night before. I think, of course, if the Eagles lose somehow, they'll be doing because they still have that like 1% chance of getting in there. So they'll definitely try, but there's a lot of ego on the Cowboys. I don't think they have it in themselves just to give up the games. Again, if it was up to me, if the Eagles win Saturday, I would say, all right, Dak, Pickens, Lamb, none of you guys are playing. You guys are out. But I don't think that's what they're going to do. I think they're going to go out there and try to salvage some of the ego and make the season look better than it really was. So I think they'll be going their hardest, and I think they'll win. Because it's just like the Cowboys to take home a good victory when it doesn't matter anymore.
well, David, Jerry Jones likes publicity, right?
Oh, yeah.
What could he do this holiday season that would really stir up some publicity here in Colorado?
Commit suicide.
Okay, what about bringing Nick home to UNC? He has the money. He could fork it over for Nick.
I'm sorry. That was a tasteless comment. I apologize about that. I think what he could do, of course, besides bringing Nick home, I've actually heard a lot of rumors, not necessarily Jerry, but they apparently are considering Dion going over to the Browns to be the new coach with his son, Shador.
He might be better than Stefanski because I don't know what happened.
I think that's kind of what they're thinking is you can't do any worse. And it would definitely give the Browns probably more publicity than they've had in a very long time. So that'd be interesting. But realistically with Jerry, I wish he would retire and he would just give it up. Or maybe just hire an actual GM to do the job like every other fucking team. But unfortunately, I think they're stuck.
Unfortunately, he is the Cowboys, right? In his mind.
He very much is, which is crazy. And I don't know what deal with what Eldrick God he set to make sure he doesn't die ever. Because old man is sticking in there.
Scott, can you hear us?
I can hear you now. I'm sorry, my audio keeps dropping out on me, and suddenly you become quiet, which is great, especially when David is talking. It becomes quiet, but But then I
Oh,
can't.
I'm sorry. Let's go. Let's see. How many times did I beat Scott this year in fantasy? Let me.
Well,
Yeah, shut up.
way too many. Way too many. I'll give it to you, but not now.
So
Anyway,
Scott, Buffalo, Browns, and does Garrett get the record?
I'm going to go Buffalo, and I'm going to say Garrett does not get it this week, but he would get it next week against Pittsburgh. But yeah, Buffalo will make sure that he doesn't get anywhere near, won't get anywhere near Josh Allen. So yeah, Garrett doesn't. Garrett will not get it, but the Bills will get it.
Our next one is the Cowboys and Chargers. Scott, who do you got in that one?
I'm going to go with the Chargers coming into Dallas and taking care of business. Like that, Cowboys they haven't really. Everybody thinks they're doing great. I know David thinks they're doing great, but I haven't ever really thought so this whole season. So I'm going to go with Chargers.
Brendan.
I think the Cowboys could. Chargers.
You picked the Cowboys?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to Bobby. Bobby, who do you got? Chargers or Cowboys?
Cowboys. I don't want San Diego winning.
All right. Nick?
I think the Cowboys are going to come back and win this game after the loss this past weekend. I think they're fueled the
2 losses because they lost to Detroit the week before.
True. They should have fuel behind their fire to get this done.
Which is even funnier because again, it doesn't matter anymore.
Hey, at least they can end the season on a high note. At this point, I don't think their draft stock is going to change too much by winning a couple. So,
yeah, they're not going to win it on a high. Their last game is against the Giants. That's not a high note for anybody.
Let's see. Oh, our next matchup is the now Gardner Minshew led Kansas City Chiefs going to Tennessee. David, who do you think wins that one?
Only because it's Tennessee. I think Kansas City is still going to win.
It's not.
And you know what? I had Minshew, I think, last year, and he won a couple of good fantasy games for me that he kind of went off. So you know what? I hope the old guy. I hope he gets to go out on a good note. So let's watch the Chiefs be amazing now without Patrick Mahomes and with no danger of getting into the playoffs. I don't care. They can win out now. I'm fine.
Did we lose Bobby?
I don't know. Bobby.
He got captured by the Archie Manning cutout that's lurking in his house.
Bobby, who's winning, Tennessee or Kansas City?
Tennessee. After Mahomes went out with that ACL.
All right, Brendan.
I kind of agree with the Chiefs not really caring anymore since they're out of the playoffs and everything. I think they'll sit some players and
can somebody tell me, because I didn't get to watch the game, so I didn't really hear all this. Did Travis Kelce officially say he is going to retire after this year?
No.
Like, did he make the decision official, or is it still just rumors?
Just
rumors.
It's just rumors.
Okay, and I heard Andy possibly as well, correct? That he's considering it?
That's even more rumors. I have not actually heard that from anyone that
I was going to say, I haven't even heard rumors of that.
I have
heard that rumor. The Kelce one's the one that I've heard the most, though, I think. The Andy one is new. I don't think he would go out on a bad season like this either if he can help it.
Yeah, and Andy is still quite a bit younger than like Belichick was or Pete Carroll is,
Like,
so he's
honestly, I see Mahomes going to another team before I see Andy Reid retiring, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think this is Andy's last dance. I think he's got at least a couple more seasons in his bag.
I think he wants to try to get to the game again, I think, before he calls it.
Yeah. And I think with the Chiefs, unfortunately for a lot of us, I think they're at the right point to rebuild quickly being that they're not going to be very good this year. They're getting rid of some of their old players. They can bring in some fresh faces. They can draft a wide receiver or a running back. So I don't think it'll be as bad for Andy Reid to rebuild that. I think he needs a new offensive coordinator because Nagy is terrible. But yeah, they need some changes in the house. So I think Reid will be back. Kelsey's not. I don't see him coming back. I think this is.
Do you think Mahomes stays with Kansas City, or you think he goes somewhere else? Maybe.
Given the injury, I definitely think he's back. Before the injury, I thought it was more of a 75% chance he stays, but that like a 25, maybe. Because I know there were some rumors maybe the Jets or someone would make a big offer and he'd rather rebuild somewhere else. But I think given the injury and how he went out there, he doesn't want to be remembered that way, so I think he'll come back. Or go
I
to
also
San
think
Francisco, I don't know.
it would be a lot for a team to say, yeah, let's give up Patrick Mahomes. Like it wasn't even a terrible season for them. It wasn't good, but it was mediocre. It was not a bad season though, and I wouldn't say their issues were Mahomes.
No,
It was like their first bad season in a while.
And even then, that's still their bad season is still better than a lot of these teams' regular seasons for the last few years.
Yeah.
Their bad season is better.
It's
than
been
the
better
last
than any.
It's
been better
combined.
than.
Yeah, I feel like
Okay,
the
well,
Titans.
let's not go against the Titans.
I feel like the Raiders, the Jets, like they would be.
I was just
going
gonna
to
say
that right now.
I was just gonna say that their bad season is better than any season I've ever seen the Raiders have.
Now, what would be funny? Huge offer, and Patrick Mahomes becomes a Cleveland Brown.
I mean, the Browns are one team, obviously. We've seen them do a crazy trade before. Not off the books. Sanders goes to Kansas City. Maybe we could see it.
How funny would that be if they just swapped quarterbacks and now we have Shador Sanders leading the Kansas City Chiefs next year?
It would be wild. He would do so much better. But yeah, Mahomes, bad season for the Chiefs. He's still top 10 in every passing category. So he's still doing good. It's just the rest of the team's not very good, unfortunately.
Yeah, and as much as we've talked about it, like you got to have the quarterback, but you've got to have the rest of the team around him too. Mm-hmm. And this year they just let him down. And I mean, I know I don't like him personally, but even just statistically, Travis Kelce is getting older. Like he has probably brought the team down more than he's added to it this season, I would say. Like it's great having his veteran status out there and everything, but he probably should have retired last year.
Yeah. He should have. Had they won, he would have. I think he was.
Oh, absolutely.
I think he was hoping they'd go back and win. Brendan, did you pick the Titans Chiefs yet?
Yeah, I chose Titans.
Okay. Nick.
I'm gonna choose Tennessee on that one.
Wow. Scott.
Yeah.
You gonna wow me? You gonna fucking wow me? Scott, go ahead.
I'm wowing the 3-1 Titans favor.
Actually, I'm wowing myself because I'm going to pick the Titans too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'll pick Kansas City. The Titans are terrible. It's been an awful year. I don't even know how to fix them. They need so
Man, what if somebody would have told you guys when we right before the first week of the season and we were like, hey, later this year, you're all going to pick the Titans to beat Kansas City. Nobody would believe that.
No one would have believed it 5 weeks into the season. So how the times change.
I wouldn't even have believed it 2 weeks ago, but I don't think the Kansas City Chiefs are that good without Patrick.
I mean, obviously they're not that good even with Patrick. So,
right. Our next matchup, luckily for one team, it's in Miami, and that's the Dolphins. But they're hosting the Bengals, who are not looking good either. So, David, I heard Tua might get benched. That was the talk of the press conference today. Who do you think wins this fun matchup?
You know what? I'm going to give it to Miami. I think they're both mathematically out now, correct? Or is the Bengals still fighting?
Bengals are out. They had a chance to win the division, but with last week's loss, they are
That's what I thought. And Miami's also out now, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter that much. And I don't think Joe Burrow cares. His heart is just not in it this season, at least not for this team. I would love though for them to sit Tua and play Quinn Ewers and see if he's got a future here or not. That'd make it worth watching possibly. But I do think I think the Dolphins will take it just because Burrow may not even show up to the game.
Brendan.
Well, I guess it depends on who's playing. If Burrows doesn't show up, then I will say Dolphins. But if the Bengals offense is playing, then I'm going to choose the Bengals.
Okay. Nick.
Now before, just want to jump on off that real quick. Wasn't Burrow playing this past Sunday when they got shut out?
Yeah, but he's
Or-
he's checked out. Like he was talking about
No,
retirement.
I understand. I understand that. I'm gonna pick Miami.
Yeah, because they're at least still
Even
playing.
if-
Like Joe's there, but he's not there.
Yeah.
But who knows? He might have a little bit of fire up his ass from the shutout. So we'll see.
By the way, I haven't been telling you this. So let's see. Grayson picks Buffalo. He picks Dallas. He picks Kansas City. And in this game, he picks Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Okay. Bobby, Dolphins or Bengals?
Miami.
How come?
It's just Cincinnati. I think Burrow's pretty much checked out this year.
All right. Well, there's our insight from Bobby. I'll take Cincinnati on this one. They need to win. They need a bounce back game. But at the same time, I think this is good. They're losing if they can keep Burrow next year because they need a new coach. They've kept him way, way too long, really only because they went to the Super Bowl, and anyone could have coached that team that year. So, but
I don't
I'll
think
take
he's done, by the way.
Who, Taylor?
No, Burrow.
Oh, I think Burrow will come back. No, with the Bengals, I don't know.
Even maybe with the Bengals, I don't think he'll retire. I think he's kind of in a dark place because the season has sucked and he knows that it's gotten away from them because he was injured so long. Because I
Yeah.
fully believe if he would have played this whole season, they would be in the playoffs. Like, not
Yeah,
even a question. in my
at least
opinion.
one in that division, right?
Yeah, so he I think blames himself, and I think it does piss him off that the rest of the team has not lived up to his standards. And there's nothing he can really do about it at this point. So I think a lot of the things he's saying are more of a just depressed and like fuck it kind of feeling. But I fully believe he'll be back and most likely still with the Bengals, unless they get a great trade offer.
Yeah, which we've seen crazy starting quarterback trades before. So I don't think it'll happen, but crazier things have happened.
If they got a new head coach in there and somebody offers them a really good draft position or two, they might be willing to do it to start a rebuild with a rookie quarterback coming in, starting fresh instead of working with Burrow.
Yeah, and I guess it depends where they end up in the draft. Because I guess if you end up where you can draft one of their luck, they're going to draft that one dude that came up second in the Heisman voting. And just be terrible.
God, Diego.
Yeah.
I could see, like, it would be crazy, but I could almost see the Jets trading to get Burrow over there.
I could too, but I don't know if he would okay that one. Like the Vikings one, I'm like, I could see it because he's played with Jefferson before. Like
I think it would depend on what the teams like. He'd have to meet with them and see like what is their plan moving forward. Like if he was going to get to be like a crucial part of a rebuild though, like for the Jets, I think he'd consider it if he basically gets to make it his team.
Now, Nick, what if you traded as the Vikings 3 first-round picks, J.J. McCarthy and Jordan Addison, for Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase? Would you take it?
I don't know if that's I don't feel like that's an even trade. Like I think Addison's a lot more crucial to the Vikings than McCarthy has been, but I also don't think the Vikings are gonna give up either of those players.
I also think that JJ again, he's like a kid, dude. He's like barely 21. Like he's got talent.
he just graduated
for this season.
He just graduated kindergarten last week. Like give him a fucking chance.
Yeah, no, I think the Vikings stick with him for another couple seasons unless he just totally bombs out one season. As long as he's still showing flares of being able to do good, it's just a matter of getting his consistency turned on and gelling a little better with the team. If he would have had this entire season with them and not been hurt, I think we'd be looking at a much different Vikings team than what we are right now. So I think JJ is their future for at least the next 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, that one I don't think will happen. I just know it's been the hot topic as far as like.
I mean,
people
he
wanting
would
to
fit in there well. Like you're absolutely
Yeah.
right about that. I think he would do very well there, especially if Chase came with him. Like they could plug in there and do great, but I think that also be a situation like he wins maybe a Super Bowl and he's done. Like I don't think Joe is thinking like he wants to be around for huge long franchise at this point.
Another place maybe Matt Stafford retires. The Rams need another 9 to come.
Rams might like he might do that if they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But Stafford wants it. Like and he's still got at least 5 years in him, I think, if he wanted to use it.
Oh yeah, he's playing so good. I know at the beginning of the year the talk was like this is his last year. He is not playing.
Not
like,
at all.
Even
No.
Aaron Rodgers, the last few games, I'm like he might play another year.
I think Rodgers is going to come back for another season, and I think Stafford is crazy enough. I think he hasn't even hit his peak yet. Like
Yeah.
he is playing.
He's in his prime right now, almost.
Exactly. He's about to hit his hype and still be there for at least another 2 or 3 years, I think. Now, again, they win the Super Bowl, might change his mind, but I think he still comes back for at least another year or two. And especially if he can go back to back, then he might retire and be like, hey, I did it.
I did.
Good. Yeah.
I have 2 more Super Bowls than Aaron Rodgers. Next up is the Tyler Shug, apparently now hot New Orleans Saints hosting the Jets, who are just not looking good. So, David, do the Jets get it done? Do the Saints get it done? Does everybody lose?
I think, yeah, the losers are the people that get stuck with that on their TV screens that day. But
hey, it's $13 to go to the game starting. So,
I'd almost consider that. I think New Orleans definitely wins it, and the Jets are okay with it because all it's going to do is make their draft picks even better, and they've got so many coming up after all the trades they made and everything. Like they're looking forward already to needing a game plan for the next 2 drafts. Like that's what they're focusing on. They could care less about the rest of these games. If anything, it helps them the more they lose at this point. They are absolutely team tank.
Scott, Miami or Cincinnati?
Yeah, Miami at home. Cincinnati, yeah, they pretty much tanked this season. So Miami, even if they pick somebody else instead of Tua to lead the Dolphins, it'll still be Miami.
What about New Orleans or New York Jets?
Well, actually, I'm going to go with the Jets again. I mean, it's very surprising that I've actually picked Jets about 3 times this season. But I'm going to go with Jets again, especially against New Orleans.
Brennan, what about you?
I was actually going to take New Orleans over the Jets. They've actually shown some heart the last couple weeks. Then again, it is against divisional foes, so I don't know. But
Nick, what about you?
Give me the Saints. I'm gonna go. The Saints are gonna come marching in.
All right, let's go to our on the ground boots on the ground guy, Bobby. Bobby, who's winning this one?
The Jets.
All right, so the Jets are winning according to Bobby. I'll take the Saints in this one. The Jets are a mess, and I think we had a rule earlier on. We'll take anyone that plays the Jets except for the Raiders. So, this is one of those games, and I think the Saints are at least better than the Jets. Next up is the other football team, and now Nick, you're playing the New York Football Giants, but more importantly, you guys are playing MetLife Stadium. How do you feel against the stadium turf?
I still think Minnesota's going to take it.
All right, David, do you agree with Nick there, or are you worried about the stadium turf?
No, I'm very much. It doesn't matter. They could send 3 guys on the field and they'd beat the Giants at this point. I think
actually-
though, I'd rather it's more of an over under on. I'm gonna say 5. 5 people hurt in this game. Are you gonna take the over or the under?
Over. Seems like a safe bet.
Okay.
I actually heard the Minnesota, like the local high school team closest to the U.S. Bank Stadium is actually going to be playing the Giants.
Again, they could send 5 people out and still, and one of those is their kicker.
Their other one's their punter, so that's 2 of the 5. The long snapper is the 3rd. So, Brendan, who's winning this one, Minnesota or the Giants?
Minnesota will win.
All right, Scotty.
Yeah, I'm going with Minnesota. Yeah, I don't think the Giants can do much of anything anymore. So it's going to be Minnesota.
Bobby.
Vikings. Because the Giants only got like 2 wins. They're what, 2-11?
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
Yeah,
12.
Minnesota.
Am I the only one that heard? Am I the only one that heard Vikings?
I'll take the Vikings as well. I just feel they've kind of been on a little bit of a heater. I think this is good for confidence and team building going into next year. And most of the good stars for New York is hurt, so I don't see how we could pick the Giants on this one. Oh, next one's an interesting one. Both teams seem to not want to win the division, but one of them, or they should have to win this. They might tie. I don't know. Weird things have happened. David, Carolina, Tampa Bay. Who takes the lead for now? They do play later in the season, but who is in first place after this game?
First of all, it's crazy that they're going to play twice this late in the season, like at this level, like absolutely insane. But I do think Tampa's going to take it.
Okay.
They've been like, I know they've lost a couple that they shouldn't have, but I do feel overall Tampa's a more consistent team, whereas Carolina has been all over the map. Like they're fantastic one week shutting people out, the next week they're lucky to score anything. So it's just crazy the way they are. Ultimately, though, I do think they're going to end up splitting these 2 games.
Yeah. Yeah. Carolina's been like either they're scoring 4 touchdowns, or the next game they're running the wrong way. So who knows what Panthers show up. Brendan, who gets this one done?
I actually think it's about time for Carolina to pull off a victory that they're not supposed to. So I think Carolina will win.
All right, Nick.
I think I hope Tampa bounces back, so I think I'm gonna pick Tampa for this one.
Bobby, do you agree?
Yep, Tampa Bay.
All right, Scott.
I'm going to go Panthers. I'm going to go Panthers at home. Again, I'm really surprising myself on me picking that, me making that choice. But yeah, I'm going to go Panthers at home.
Yeah, I'm taking the Panthers as well. David said it. They've been hot and cold, but they were cold last week, which means they're going to be hot this week. They're at home. Give me Carolina. They will probably split it like Tampa Bay will win the other one, but I think it's because they're at home that game. So give me Carolina in this one. Ooh, next one. This is the big matchup for Bob. Are you going to say Duval or are you going to say the Broncos? Let's ride.
Broncos are going to win.
All right. David?
You know, we gotta go with the Duval. They're gonna get it done. They're gonna honor those pools, and they're gonna keep this Trevor Lawrence streak flowing just like his hair.
Bobby, how do you feel about that?
We're going to win 12. Where I see it right now, Jacksonville is going to be victim number 12. Kansas City is going to be victim number 13. San Diego is going to be 14.
Bob.
14-2.
Bob. Denver Broncos suck, and Bo Nix spends his nights at glory holes of random truck places, sucking dudes off.
That's not even true. You're gonna get
Can you prove that's not true, Keegan?
you're gonna get hit with a slander.
Not
love
only
it, I
that,
love
not
it.
only that. Hey, Bob, guess what?
Brendan.
Keegan set up the game so that Denver would be against people they'd lose.
Brendan, who you taking?
I'm going to take Denver.
All right, Nick.
You know, I don't think what David said was 100% factual. I can't disprove him though.
All right, no, I take it. You know what? Denver doesn't completely suck. They had some good
But-
points. You're right.
But I don't think Denver is going to win this game. I think Jacksonville has a lot more fight in them. Denver, I think, will struggle in this game. It'll be close, but I think Jacksonville will come out on top on this one.
All right, Scott.
You know, Lawrence has been putting up big numbers here the last couple of weeks, but I think it's going to end up stopping on this week. So I'm going to go with the Broncos.
Yeah, I'm going with Jacksonville for kind of the same points you were saying, Scott. I know some of the opponents haven't been great, but 6 touchdowns by Lawrence last week.
Well, yeah.
It's hard to argue there. Denver's offense hasn't looked great outside of last week. Their defense is really good, though. But I think it'll be a close, hard-fought, like 15-12 game that Jacksonville comes out on top.
15-12. That sounds like such a boring game.
This is what Denver is. Always boring games. Plus, Jacksonville, it's kind of like when Jacksonville plays at home against Indy. When they come and play in Denver, they beat them. They beat them in the
And
wild card that year.
Hold on. How are you getting to 15 too? Is it just all field goals?
All
Or are they
field
gonna
goals.
miss they're gonna miss their 2 extra kicks and then a field goal? Like
No,
how do you see this happening?
all field goals. No one scores a touchdown. All field goals.
So it's just gonna be back and forth field goals the whole game?
Yeah, start your kickers is what I'm saying. Start the kickers.
That'd be so funny.
That's my hot take. Actually, I don't know if it's too hot of a take.
Can I borrow the next kicker?
No.
I'll trade you Brendan Aubrey.
Hey, I'll trade you, dude. Tell me what you want.
Let's see. Next matchup, Atlanta. Who are they? They're at least better than Arizona, I think. So I'm taking Atlanta because Arizona hasn't been great. David, who you taking?
Atlanta.
Bijan? Massive game.
I mean, Arizona's just garbage. I still can't believe the Cowboys lost to that team.
There is a statistic. The only quarterback with a winning record in the last 30 years in Arizona, Carson Palmer. Only one.
Which is weird because I like Arizona.
Mhm.
And yet the Cardinals just have not been able to get together ever. What was his name? Was it Kurt Warner?
They had Kurt Warner for a few years.
I feel like he's the last one that had anything going there. Ever since then, it's just that something's wrong with the desert. I don't know. Because the Raiders ain't hot either.
It's the stadium that was cursed. Brendan.
I'll be right back.
Nick, who you taking?
Hang on, I gotta go grab something. I'll be right back.
Okay.
He's gonna go get a literal cardinal.
Capture it from the wild. Brendan, who you taking?
The Falcons.
Just back with a falcon on his arm, David. He's like, I've been learning falconeering.
No, he brings back both and just lets them fight on screen.
I would have to take him off because we would probably get banned forever. Scott.
Actually, I'm going to go with the Falcons just because Atlanta's backup quarterback is better than Arizona's backup quarterback. Yeah, it's going to be Atlanta, and it's going to be ugly. It'll be terrible.
And sad news, we have lost Bob. He's not on the chat anymore. He is gone.
Did he get that mad about Denver?
I don't know. He's not there anymore, though. I can't bring him in. He was here for Denver, and that was it. Well, Nick's gone. He's life experiencing, perhaps. We'll move on. Pittsburgh.
Oh, wait. Let's catch up. So Grayson's picks. He picked Tampa Bay. We already said Cincinnati. He picks Denver over Jacksonville and Atlanta over Arizona.
Okay. Our next one, I think, has some playoff implications still because Detroit not eliminated, but they need to win this one. They're
Mhm.
playing Pittsburgh, who also needs to win this one. David, who comes out on top?
You know, I didn't expect to be saying this, but I think Aaron Rodgers gets it done. I think Pittsburgh, while not like, groundbreaking with how great they are or anything, they've been very gritty this year. They've stuck in there and managed to pull off some victories that people probably didn't think they would. And Detroit is kind of like Carolina. They've been kind of all over the place. They haven't been super consistent every week. Like sometimes they look like Super Bowl contenders. Other weeks they look like you need to go home. So I think it'll be a very close fight, but I do think Steelers are going to get this one.
Brendan.
I think the Lions, especially if TJ Watt's out, I think the Lions have a more complete team, and I trust their defense a little bit better. I can't judge anything about last night's game. It was the Dolphins in under 40-degree weather, so we all know how they play.
Also, how crazy is it that TJ Watt collapsed lung from just like going to the coaching staff and they were doing some needle treatment or something?
That's not entirely crazy. Isn't that how Justin Herbert got his job? Because Tyrod Taylor was a Chargers starting quarterback, and then coaching or the training staff collapsed Tyrod Taylor's lung.
No, they punctured his lung. They weren't supposed to be doing that. But again,
Either way,
punctured lungs. Too many.
Yeah, no. I agree with you, Brendan. Like, shit happens with medical stuff, things like that. Like, accidents happen. Sucks, but
yeah.
Nick, would it happen under your watch?
Would what happen under my watch?
Collapsed lungs.
Anyway, I'm picking Atlanta.
That's
Good
not
choice.
what we're talking about.
Nope, I understand. You can't bring me into the middle of a conversation and just be like, right.
All right. Well, on that note, Nick, Detroit, Pittsburgh.
Detroit.
Okay, Scott.
Nick, I will say, since you're gone though, I think Bobby got offended about Denver and he left. He's out of the chat.
That's really his own. That's his own thing. I don't care. I'm not here to make Bobby happy. Okay.
Wow. Such a bully.
Scott.
I'm gonna let's bring the whole conversation back to where we are. I'm going with Detroit. That one, I don't think the coaches at Detroit are going to let anybody walk into their stadium and walk away with a victory, especially now. So I'm going with Detroit.
Oh, so this one's tough. I think it'll be a good game, but I think I have to go with Pittsburgh. I don't know what it is, but the team's looking. Aaron Rodgers is looking good, and I think that's where it kind of comes down to Pittsburgh because their defense looks bad. But the Lions haven't been very consistent on offense. They let the Rams come back into that game in the second half. So this next matchup, though, looks like it will just be a bloodbath as Houston hosts of the Las Vegas Raiders. David, do you think the Raiders get a point? They've been held to 0 twice this year. Do they get a point? That's just where we're going to start. I think we all think Houston will win, but how many points do the Raiders get?
I think the Raiders will get points, but they're not going to make it to over 10.
Okay.
Because I think Houston will have it so in hand that they're not even going to have like their defensive starters out there the whole game. So I could see some garbage time points or, some stuff thrown up there when it doesn't really matter, or they go all out really hard at the beginning and get like a field goal and then that's it. So we will see. But this is going to be the closest you ever get to seeing like a live murder on TV because this is going to be brutal. It is going to be a very difficult game.
Yeah, the number one defense currently versus the first team since the 2000 Browns to be held to 0 points twice in 1 year. So I think the Raiders also get held 2-0 points this game, 40-0. Brendan.
I mean, Keegan, that's just because the Houston Texans are your favorite team. You're being biased.
No, I just know what their defense is capable of.
Especially giving the Houston defense that types of props. Like that's impressive.
That's called growth. Good job.
I was gonna
I've
say
also been picking them to win. I can pick them to win and not like them. It's okay.
I do think Houston will win.
Keegan, I'm so proud of you for some introspection. It's really refreshing.
I mean, I almost hate to say it, but at this point, Houston is almost one of my top picks to make it to the Super Bowl.
Their defense is really, really good.
They have gotten hot at the right time.
But you know what's also in Texas, David?
Don't bring up the picture of the place, please.
I want to bring it up so bad.
Jerry's World.
Don't do it. Nick, pitch your pick.
Yeah, Houston. That's Houston versus Vegas. Yeah, no, I no, that's not even coming close. Vegas is not coming close on that one.
I don't know why you had to think about it so much.
I had to think about it because I had to check the pick sheet to see who was going against it.
Oh,
Scott?
by the way, Grayson picks Detroit and also picks Houston.
Yeah, and I'm going to take Houston, and I will pick that Las Vegas gets 0 points, 0 for Big LD. But Houston,
That would be
Houston
absolutely
will-
crazy if they get held to 0 again.
Yeah,
2 weeks in a row. That would be
and
insane.
like I said, the Houston defense has become pretty tough, and there's really no offense from Vegas at all. So now it's going to be another time for them to get no points, not get close.
I saw a crazy graph today, and it showed like how many people in IR every team has, and most teams are like 10, like the Cowboys, the Eagles, stuff like that. The Broncos have like 10 people, and the Raiders had the least amount of people hurt. And someone commented, "This is how good they are when people are healthy."
Oh,
Question.
yeah. Teams like the Dolphins and stuff were pretty low too, and I was like, I don't get it.
Right? How are you this bad? Our next matchup is an important one for both teams.
This
New
is
England
probably the best
heading-
game of the week, to be honest.
Yeah, this one,
This one got
Well,
flexed, I believe, too, because I think
yeah,
it was
the-
going to be an afternoon game.
the Bears Packers, I think, will be pretty good. LA Seattle, I think we have some good ones, but at least for a Sunday night one and being able to flex it, I'm happy with the choice. Baltimore needs it. If they lose, they're pretty much dead. David, who wins, Baltimore, New England?
I got to stick with the Ravens. I think they're going to do it. I think they're going to pull the improbable and make it into the playoffs.
Brendan,
I'm picking Patriots.
Nick,
I am picking Baltimore on this one.
Scott.
No, I'm going to go Patriots. So this will be a good battle between the five of us here. Who's going to come out on top? And I will put my money on the Patriots.
So I'm going to go Baltimore. And not because Patriots aren't having a good year. They are, but they are also coming off of a big letdown. They were up 21-0 against Buffalo at home, lost that game. And Baltimore is very much a wounded animal. Like, this is it. They need to win it. If they don't, they're pretty much done. So I think they get it done. I think it'll be a fun game. Better than the no field goal game. This will be all touchdowns. So should be a good one. And it leaves us with Monday night. Scott, Phil Rivers starting Monday night versus the 49ers. How are you feeling with that matchup?
Actually, I feel pretty good with this one. After getting a full game under his belt and having him be under the within the dome of the Lucas Oil Stadium, I will go with the Colts for Monday night. That should be a really good game.
David?
No, I agree with Scott. I think that he was looking really good more towards the end of that game, like we mentioned earlier. I think that getting him primed back up, and 49ers are probably a perfect team for him to go against because they've still got a lot of those injuries and stuff. They're still not 100%, but it'll give him a good enough challenge to really get into it. I think the Colts will absolutely win. And I wanted to mention, even if they don't and he gets terrible, nobody feel bad for Phillip Rivers. I was reading something, and apparently because he came back, even if this is all he plays and he's done and he's back out, after he leaves, he now gets another full 5 years of completely covered health coverage for him, his wife, and like all 10 of their kids.
Very smart business choice.
Paid for by the NFL. Yeah, like that's the policy. So if he only had to come back and like play a couple games and get it for another 5 years, like good for him, man. Good job, Philip.
Just in another 5 years, he's like, you know what? I think I can still throw a pass. Brennan, who do you think wins this one?
49ers. The Colts have seemed to have fallen off, and I don't know what's going on. So, and the 49ers are getting healthy and getting good at the right time.
Nick?
Yeah, I agree with what Brendan said. I think the 49ers are going to pull this off. Indiana, it feels like the last few times I've rooted for Indianapolis, they just haven't come through. So I think 49ers are definitely going to bring this one.
I think Phillip Rivers and the Colts get it done. It'll be a close, like 3-point game. But I do think he gets it done. The 49ers defense is nowhere as good as the Seahawks. And he looked pretty good against them for not playing in 5 years, not really practicing. He has
And like
a
I said,
full week,
Seahawks are like one of the top teams right now.
and it was at home. Yeah. So I think this one in Indianapolis against a banged up 49ers team, I think the Colts get it done. So
And to be within a couple of points of that game too is still really impressive.
he led what could have been the game-winning drive. Just the Colts defense let Seattle drive down and won it there. So I think he'll be fine. I think the Colts will be fine. I think they get it done. But yeah, that's our picks for this week. We will be back one more time before Christmas. But Nick, we have a full 2 weeks. What can people be reading to catch up and talk with us in a few weeks?
In a few weeks, we're going to be going over the book Gate to Kagoshima by Poppy Kuroki. I have no idea if I've been pronouncing her name correctly. I really hope I have been. I started the book, and so far it's a pretty fun one.
All right. David, any fun Christmas things people should be on the lookout for on your channel?
I have no idea. Be on the lookout and you'll see.
Christmas right around the corner. That's what you should be on the lookout for.
There might be. Who knows? Depends on if you've been naughty or nice this year. If no new episode comes out, it means you specifically had a very bad year. Sorry.
You watching this.
That's right.
Also, if you guys want to see me and David talking the Conjuring House, which feels like a resolution should be upcoming here shortly, let us know. I think now that we've been able to get some more like concrete facts, we feel a little bit better talking about it. But we'll be back and we will see you guys on the flip side.
Cool.